I started drinking Kangen water this last July of 2007, and I was at a friend's home for a barbecue one evening, and they offered me the water. At the time, I was about 5.5, 6 months along with my pregnancy, and I was very ill, had not been drinking any water, and I know that sounds very bad. I was drinking every other liquid I could stomach and get down, but I had a very bad gag reflex, and so water just was not my drink of choice at that time. My friend, however, served water for a dinner with a little bit of lemon, and I was cringing about trying to be polite and drink their water, which I did, and I was really surprised at how sweet it tasted and how it was very easy for me to just sip it and drink it without feeling ill. And I ended up drinking 4 glasses of water at dinner, and mind you, I had not had a glass of water in about 4 months, so that was huge. And of course, I asked my friend, what are you doing to your water? What's this water? And she kind of smiled and she said, well, we have this machine and it makes this alkaline water, and if you want, you can get some more. I'll give you more if you like it. And I absolutely knew I needed better hydration during my pregnancy, and I thought, if this water is making me feel this good, I'm going to drink it. So I began filling up my 5-gallon jugs every day, and not every day, but a couple times a week, and actually put my whole family on the water, and really found some amazing results and things that started happening to my body. Before the point of drinking water, I gained a lot of weight with my pregnancy. I was very puffy and swollen, and as I started drinking Kangen water, really cool things happened. I stopped gaining weight. And any of you out there are thinking, she was pregnant, she stopped gaining weight, that's not a good thing. I went to my monthly appointments, and my doctor would measure my belly. He would take all my stats, and he would say, you're perfect, you're measuring right on size, baby's growing, everything looks beautiful, keep doing whatever you're doing. And I was still just remaining at the same weight. And he wasn't concerned about that because I was growing, the baby was growing. So I continued on, and I started feeling so much better. I ended up delivering my 5th baby. This was number 5, and he was my biggest baby by far. He weighed in at 8 pounds 5 ounces, very healthy. My labor and delivery were just amazing. It was very quick and very easy, and I took a big jug of water with me to the hospital because I knew I needed it with me. And I would recommend this. Anybody that goes to the hospital, you have a medical procedure done, they're going to give you the IV fluid. That's standard. And any time that I've had IV fluid, I have the reaction where my body swells up and I retain a lot of fluid. And that's the worst part about having a baby. So I drank my water faithfully in the hospital, and I was able to, I could feel it just flush out all of the extra fluid, and I wasn't puffy and swollen as I left the hospital like I had been the previous 4 times that I delivered. And my mom even made the statement when I got home. She said, gosh, you look better than before you got pregnant. And I just thought, that is really amazing for somebody to say that to me. Baby was doing great, and I want to say that he thrived. He's very fat and very healthy, and one of the amazing things about the baby was that he did not spit up ever. It was a rare occasion, and this is kind of amazing because I've had 3 babies with the acid reflux, the infantile acid reflux, which is very difficult to deal with. They cry a lot and they spit up 6 or 7 times after feeding. And I was nursing, and I nursed all my other children. So I attributed that to the Kangen water, and that my milk was not as acidic, and I was producing a really good milk. And he is thriving, growing, and we are 7 months now, postpartum. My baby's 7 months old, and I have lost all of my baby weight plus 16 extra pounds, which I'm really excited about. I teach ballet, and I feel like I have my ballet body back. I feel like I have my youth back. I have more energy, and I'm up all night with the baby, and I have 4 other children to care for, and I feel totally empowered, and I think it's got to be the water because I haven't changed anything else. And so that is my story, and I'm just feel very blessed to have good friends that introduced me to the water.
I've had a long bout with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue for over 15 years. My health would get better with supplementation and some alkalizing products. I was seeing some results, but with stress and just everything that comes at you through life itself, I couldn't get above water. I would just feel like I was drowning in a sea of, no hope. And about a year ago, a gentleman by the name of Chris Coltrane, very dear friends now, introduced me to the water. I had actually been praying, Lord, which alkalizing water? And really and truly, it's just a miracle, providence. I was speaking to him through a compliance issue with our other business, and it was 2 days after that prayer, and it's just amazing. But we were talking, discussing elements of the business, and he asked me a little bit about my background, and I told him about my health. And he had a truly caring heart, and I'm so glad that he took the time to share this information. And when he said, Valerie, I didn't call you to talk about water, alkalizing water. When he said alkalizing water, I just about dropped out of my chair. And I knew I had the answer right then and there. It took over 6 weeks for my husband, the engineer that he is, to analyze, research, and so forth. But I knew all along that this was the answer. And through just the patience and background information we received from Dr. Carpenter, with Troy and Chris and Anna, we can't be any more thankful this day forward. And so our mission statement is to help people one day at a time. My fibromyalgia is so much better. The chronic fatigue, I danced a month ago at my daughter's military ball. I was up there longer than some teenagers, that's amazing. The acid reflux, it took about 4 or 5 months. It wasn't gone like some people say theirs has. Just being able to experience life and not be a recluse in a cave anymore is just awesome. And we got to share our information with friends and relatives and people who are dear to us, and it's so wonderful to see that this is the beginning of something really great. So yes, it's brought wealth as well, but the health and just the friendships that I thought I had to slip away because I was in my home and couldn't get out much, and you find out real quick who your friends are and who they aren't. But it's just a whole new life experience, and like they say, change your water, change your life.
Last August, I was in a wheelchair due to knee pain, needing knee replacements. My knee pain had gotten so severe over 2 years, and my quality of life had virtually ended. A friend of mine told me about the Kangen water in September, and I ordered a machine. And the first thing that happened was in the first 2 days, all of a sudden, 10 pounds just melted off my body. Well, that was pretty exciting. Day 1 to 9, no changes happened in my pain, but I woke up on day 10 pain-free, and a week later, I'm pain-free. And it's 6 months later, I'm pain-free. I can walk out of my house, and I have my life back. Not only that, it so inspired me that I began to make lifestyle changes, and now I've lost an additional 37 pounds, and for the first time in my life, I have fingernails. This Kangen water is awesome.
I've been drinking the Kangen water for approximately 6 to 7 weeks now. I have several clients who started drinking the water. The first client was in car accidents in 1993 and 2002. She's tried all kinds of treatment modalities, was not able to get better. After 1 treatment and 2 gallons of Kangen water, her pain was completely gone. She's able to go swimming now, which she hasn't been able to do in over a decade, and she calls it a miracle. Another client had sciatica so badly that he could not sit for 45 minutes in his car without getting out. His wife was telling me about their 5-hour trip on a 2-hour drive. After drinking the water,